Hello and welcome to another wonderful episode of Iron Port. Iron Port is proudly brought to you by Serene Insurance, GOR PLC, the Ghana Revenue Authority, Ghana Link Network Services, Meridian Port Services Limited, and Phoenix Insurance. Our proud media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Iron Port is powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Now, this week, we are looking at the expansion of Ghana's trade export frontiers and also the strategies for assessing the global market. But before we bring you that particular discussion, the Port of Tema Security Manager, Colonel Bonda, has been speaking on some evacuation of excavators from the Port of Tema to some military installations. Let's take a listen.
As we are all aware, the entire country has been very much concerned about the influx of excavators in the country. And as part of government's initiatives to regulate the importation of excavators and also to ensure that we have enough space within our ports to do business, we have been compelled to make this happen by moving these excavators into the military installations for safekeeping and to create the adequate space to ensure that the port continues to run effectively to satisfy all of us as a people. Currently, we have the excavators evacuated to the 1st Infantry Battalion at Michel Camp, the 48th Engineer Regiment at Teshi, the 49th Engineer Regiment at Bema Camp, 5th Infantry Battalion at Bema Camp, and the Ghana Army Recruit Training School at Shire Hills. Currently, we have an approximate number of 622 excavators which have been evacuated into the barracks. The exercise is still ongoing, and the numbers will definitely go up within a few days to ensure that we have been able to send as many as possible to the military installations. We assess several things or several factors to make sure that we do things that do not inconvenience the general public. And as we are all aware, the port is operating a 24-hour policy as government has directed, so the port runs almost all the time. And we also saw that it is in the night that we will not inconvenience road users by evacuating the excavators. So moving the excavators at night is rather to ensure that we have smooth passage and we do not obstruct traffic or affect the normal flow of traffic during the daytime. The exercise commenced on 20th of August, and it's a joint team made up of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ministry of Transport, the Customs Division of Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, as well as the National Security. All these stakeholders are involved in ensuring the smooth evacuation of the excavators into the military installation. We started on 20th of August. Yes, that's when the first evacuation commenced. The evacuation does not restrict the clearance process for legitimate excavators from the port. When one receives the permit to import and to clear excavator from the Ministry of Transport, the person proceeds to the port and the customs processes will be followed as usual or as normal as we have it within the port processes. That individual will be required to additionally register the excavator with a DVLA and get a Minerals Commission tracker affixed on it before the excavator would exit the port. This is the simple process one has to go through, and then afterwards, if your excavator is within any military installation, it will be communicated and you go and pick it up from that installation when all those processes have been duly satisfied. All the evacuated excavators are brand new imported excavators. It is now up to the consignees to prove to the state that they have met all the requirements before they can clear them from the port. And if one does not have the permit before importing the excavator, then that excavator will be confiscated to the state and it cannot be cleared from the port. The military installation is one of the safest places you can ever think of having these excavators kept. We all know how secure the barracks. We also all know how disciplined the military is when it comes to keeping some items like these. So it is the best place to keep them for now. Aside from the safety aspect of keeping them within the military installations, I also want to add that most important within this whole exercise is to ensure that we decongest the port, because excavators are not containers that you can stack on each other. It creates a lot of inconvenience when you have them in the port, and containerized cargo cannot have the needed space for port business to go on as we expect. All port charges related to clearing of excavators remain the same. However, the cost of transporting the excavator will now be a cost that will be borne by the consignee who imported the excavator. So far, the evacuation has been very successful. It's been very smooth without hitches, and we anticipate that it will continue like that until we have been able to evacuate everything from the port. We don't envisage any challenges coming up from that, and we want to let road users know that they will continue to see us at night, because that is when we have the free flow of our traffic without hindering their normal activities on the roads. All things being equal, we anticipate to complete this work by the end of this month, or if there are any hitches by way of the transporters we are using to evacuate, then it will not exceed the middle of next month. We want the general public to continuously be partners with what is in the collective interests of the state. We want road users in particular to collaborate with us when they see our escorts clearing certain portions of the road to facilitate the movement of these excavators. So far, we've not recorded any road traffic accident, and we don't envisage that anything of the sort should happen. And it's because of the time we do our evacuations, and it's also because of the manner in which we have received that collaboration from the general public. We expect the general public to continuously support us in that direction. We also want the general public to be alert and let us know when they see any movement that they have doubts about. It is always good to come to us and clarify. If there are such movements that we don't know about, we'll let you know. And if we have to also be supportive to ensure that nobody does anything untoward, we will do same. So our doors are always open. By the end of the exercise, we are anticipating to evacuate a total number of approximately 1,100 excavators into the military installations. However, let me hasten to add that the excavators we see in the port are not all meant for Ghana. Our port is also the port for transit goods going into Burkina Faso, sometimes La Côte d'Ivoire, Niger, and Mali. So some of the excavators will be on transit to these countries, and those excavators will not be evacuated to the military installations. They will be cleared through the normal transit processes, and they will be seen exiting the port to their various locations. This is an exercise which we released a public notice on as far back as August. It is not an exercise that has been done in secrecy. It is not an exercise that has been done by a single agency. It is not an exercise that has been done by a private entity. This is a national assignment for our collective good. And at the end of the day, I believe that we will all appreciate where we have gotten to. It's an exercise that is not only GPHA spearheading. It's an exercise that is aimed at ensuring that we have our excavators properly accounted for. It's an exercise that is aimed at ensuring that we can locate the excavators wherever they have been designated to go to. And it's an exercise that is supposed to ensure that we have all been able to do something about illegal mining, which we are all concerned about.
So away from the evacuation of the excavators from the port of Tema to the military installations, we are now bringing you a discussion on how to expand Ghana's export trade frontiers and the strategies that we need to put in place to access the global market. The following discussions have more.
He mentioned the fact that, yes, we're hovering around 4 billion.
Yeah.
And fortunately, he thinks that projections are that we can get to 5 billion.
Yeah.
Now, he talks about the issue of quality. If we don't hit the quality, it means that we're not going to be able, perhaps, to cross over to the 5 billion. And you also mentioned that if we are able to close the gaps, which are these gaps that you talk about?
I think it's the same quality issue. If you listen to me during the recent the June Horti Expo, I made a passionate appeal to His Excellency, the President, to make sure that the funding gaps within the sector is totally closed.
Right.
If we can't do 100%, we should be able to do about 70%.
Right.
If we're able to promote and make sure that people have access to funding and also make the infrastructure, these things we should be able to work on our quality.
Right.
Again, if you look at what the current trend is, even though quality has been an issue for the past 6 years down the lane, I think we're doing better than we used to do. Go to Export Trade House now, just visit the EXIM, how they call it, shop, and you'll be amazed of the kind of things you see over there. You even think that these are important things.
Right.
I mean, people have worked on their branding, they work on the quality, they taste, everything. You understand me? And the buyers are there. I think, for me, alternative markets, as we speak now, we have the countries like China who have reps here. Superstone is here, Malu Ghana is here, who are big Chinese firms who want to offtake most of this process here and ship it out, so Piggery and the likes. So I think that the gaps basically are some of this, and also the tax incentive, because you see, I tell people that, look, for me, as a country, if we really want to grow, then our target should be the youth. And how do you bring the youth on board? You need to incentivize them.
Yeah.
Make sure that they get the necessary incentives to be able to work. And once that is done, they come in fresh.
Yeah.
The push-pull system where they have role models. They have the role models to work with. So they don't just wake up because everybody says tomato is what we are exposed, so everybody's going to produce tomato.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be the narrative. The narrative is for us to be able to have role models, to be able to mentor these youth, for them to produce the very quality, the yield to feed that market.
Yes.
But the market is big. The market, when people say there's no market, at times I ask whether we are articulate ourselves or what.
Yeah.
The market is there. And like I said, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority is been promoting this for all these years. So I think these are some of the things we need to do. Thankfully, the GEPA is doing the GEPA Export School. FAGE is also establishing the Export Academy.
Right.
And I know EXIM is also doing something around this. So the whole thing is everybody at least is trying to have part of the national cake by making sure that we do our part to raise the bar. Because once you raise the bar, for the buyers, they are there.
Yeah.
Then again, if we are going to raise the bar, then we need to align it with the production. Because for me, if you sign a contract, you are unable to produce because of the problem. Let's take sweet potato, for instance. Sweet potatoes, Ghana, the weather is good for sweet potatoes. The soil is good for processing. The proximity, 6 hours by air, we are in Europe, 12, 14 days, we are in either Philistine or Rotterdam.
Yeah.
You understand me? So for me, when I ask myself, I said when I 24 economy,
Yes.
and I ask myself that, is it a case where we could speak to other countries to say, look, we can produce sweet potato flour. So all you need to do is sign maybe 3 million tons contract annually with us. But what you have to do is advance some of the money.
Right.
So if you advance some of the money comes 6. If you are part of that investment, then we can use that money to promote it.
Yes.
And even because it's product development that we are first time into your country, we could also talk to you to give us some grant out of the money. So if you gave us maybe $4 billion, we say, look, can you convert $1 billion to grant for us to be able to have the likes of these youth to be able to enter and be very aggressive to be able to produce. So these are so that I think that for me, for Ghana to be poor is unacceptable, and I've been saying it always because we have the weather, we have the manpower, we have the soil, we're possibly where we are located within the world. I think it makes us we have advantage.
Right. Okay, let me come to Mr. Dajawa and find out from you. I want to take you back to Kenya in 2022, where the Ghana Export Promotion Authority inaugurated and commissioned the export trade house in Kenya. Tell us, how has it fared?
Well, actually, it's 2 years and a little bit more.
Yes.
May of 2023.
Right.
And that the trade house was set up as a pilot route to market facility.
Right.
That is to say that we have gone deep inside the market so that we have a facility there that is for Ghanaian companies and Ghanaian products to be promoted in the market.
Right.
And so that was established in Kenya.
Yes.
With the idea, therefore, that we can consolidate products. We talked about the supply side.
Yes.
So we can consolidate products because we know most of our exporters are SMEs, small companies that don't have for now, the capacity to deliver big orders.
Absolutely.
So if you have an order for 500 kilos, someone has an order for 1 ton, somebody also has an order for 2 tons. You put these together into a 20-footer or 40-footer container, and then you ship it to the trade house. And then from there, it's distributed to the importers or the buyers or whoever, and then distributed to the market. So that was the model, which has been working for the last 2 years. It's not working badly at all because now Ghanaian products are beginning to get fame in Kenya, and Kenya do not need to fly all the way to Ghana to get the goods because the goods are right at their doorstep. So it's a physical facility, and then regularly we ship containers of products to the market depending on the demand for the specific product. We carry out some market research to know which products are doing well and which ones are not doing too well. And we come to realize that the cocoa products are doing very well. Cosmetics, because Ghanaians are known for their cosmetic products out of shea butter. And Kenyans love shea butter so much. So they import a lot from the trade house. We also have processed foods. Our dried fruits are doing quite well. And then our cashew, the cashew too is one of the favorites that people are demanding. And so it's been there working for the last 2 years, and it's not doing too badly at all. And the idea is to use Kenya as the gateway to reach the East African market. Kenya is like the largest market in East Africa. They have the purchasing power. They love Ghana so much. If you look at the historical antecedents, what Kwame Nkrumah and Kenyatta did, we are leveraging on that bilateral relationship to increase our exports. So it's not doing badly at all. Now we've reviewed the performance, and we feel that it's about time that we broke into other markets as well.
That was going to be my next
question. So on the radar of the new leadership, we are looking at expanding it into other countries, starting with South Africa. We also want to go to Europe, UK, and then the US.
I know the Ghana's recently sworn in High Commissioner to the UK. Zita Saba
Yes, I was going to say that
met your
very much so. She met
our
CEO. She was impressed. Davis was talking about the small shop in our office down at the ground floor. We actually took her there, and she sampled some of she was amazed. She was so amazed about the packaging and the variety of innovative products that we have there. So she was just packing them like that, to take along. And she even indicated that she was going to make a shelf space at the High Commission in UK so we can put some of these products there. So she's going to make it her primary, task to actually promote it. Once we've told her about this opportunity for us to set up another one, she's full of commitment to help us do that. And so that's one of the ways to actually practicalize market entry strategy. It's a strategy. Just like the way Chinese are coming to Ghana and doing Chinese malls, all Chinese products coming into Ghana, why don't we also replicate same? And our products are known to be of quality. I talked about the quality issues. We screen them. There's a process of taking companies on board. By screening them, we take samples of the products, we take it through the normal, observation to see whether they meet the quality requirements. We look at the packaging. You have to have certification from FDA, from Ghana Standards Authority, and then we look at the packaging. Then if it meets the criteria, then you are registered to take advantage of it. And so far, about close to more than 80 companies, individual companies, are part of the initiative. And they are not doing badly at all.
Like I said, the funding gap, because for me, if you work to, how do you call it, financial institutions and the interest rates is above 30-something%, how are you going to break even? So in that case, people will be compelled to do, I don't want to, do shortcut basis where they wouldn't want to deploy the full arsenals to meet the quality. And this is where I see that the problem. But I have always been advocating that there should be special purpose vehicle for agribusiness and export, where we borrow at a single-digit interest rate, because other countries are doing it. And for me, we just have to be intentional about what we are doing, because you see, commerce is different from what we are doing.
Yes.
And so if you want to marry the two and say that we are all going to go to the same bank at the same interest rate, it becomes
and also patient capital.
Patient capital is
Right.
problematic.
But let me come to Mr. Dajawa and find out from you, like I said, what collaborations can do to help push Ghanaian exports. For instance, GEPA, GPIC, we talk about Ghana Exim Bank, we talk about maybe FAGE, and all the other players. What do you think you can do collaboratively?
Yes, it can do a lot, and it's doing a lot, actually, because right now, between FAGE and GEPA, we are so close, very, very close. And I must say, when Mr. Kobo assumed the role of president, he found it necessary to have a very important meeting with us to declare that we need to work together, because they are a private sector organization that is the voice of the export community.
Absolutely.
Because the name of FAGE is Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters.
Absolutely.
So they do a lot of advocacy for reforms and for incentive regimes, and as you see, it's doing same here. So we work very well, and some of our flagship, trade fairs that we participate in is in very close collaboration with them. He spoke about the Fruit Logistica that we do in Germany, the Mac Fruit. These are all very important collaborations that we do. So when we get the orders, they execute them. So that collaboration has been going on very well. I don't have any challenge at all with FAGE. They are doing so well with us these days. And then GIPC. GIPC is just our counterpart. While we do export promotion, they do investment promotion. And so we also do a lot of work with them. Joint programming, going on missions together, comparing notes and all that. So that's also been ongoing. And of course, Exim Bank is, I would say, the funding arm of GEPA. Because Exim is established to provide financing for export-oriented companies and for imports that will go into export, and also import substitution.
Okay, import substitution. Please stay there. Let's go on to the lines.
All right.
Well, okay, I understand so you can continue.
Okay, so basically, all I'm saying is that we work together very close, and also let us forget Ghana Enterprises Agency.
Okay.
Their role is also very critical, because we work with matured, ready-to-export companies, whereas GEA's mandate is to bring the small ones up to a certain level from where we take over. So without GEA's work on the ground, it would be difficult for companies to come up to the level that will say they are export-oriented. And so this collaboration must be deepened. And I'm happy to say that we've been working very well of late. All these institutions collaborate very closely.
Absolutely.
In fact, the Shore Expo that we delivered in Tamale last week was in collaboration with all of them. And you would realize that all of them were also there.
Absolutely, they were.
And now we are also beginning to work very closely with the presidential initiative on agribusiness, which is also key. Dr. Otokono's place, doing very well, marvelously well. And I believe that if we keep this pace, working through the Accelerated Export Development Program of government, I mean, we will go very far.
Absolutely.
Let's now take a listen to some comments you've been sharing with us.
Dufie from East Legon says, "Hello Iron Port team. Please ask, how can small-scale producers like us get access to the export trade house in Kenya? Do we need to register with GEPA first?"
Yes, you need to register with GEPA first. So you need to come see us in the office, and then we will discuss. We will need to look at your business, your product. The most important thing is, what product do you have? and then we do the assessment to see whether it meets the quality,
Yes.
Specs that we are looking for, and then we'll put you on board.
Right.
Antina from Accra, Newtown says, "Good evening, Kennedy. Has the trade house in Nairobi actually increased sales for Ghanaian products, or is it more about promotion and visibility?"
No, both. It started with promotion and visibility. Now we are doing business.
Okay.
And they have established accounts in Ghana. So when the goods are sold, they are, and then with the what we call the PAPS, Pan-African Payment and Settlement System.
Yeah, sure.
Whereby when we transfer money to them on a quarterly basis, when every 3 months.
Right.
Once the goods are sold, then they are transferred into your account. They pay in shillings, and then you receive it in cedis in your account in Ghana. So we are doing business.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's now the right time to take a break. Iron Port returns shortly.
Good energy brings you quality choices with Goil Super XP. Available in many Goil stations nationwide. It is fortified with special additives that help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Branch into a Goil station today and energize your ride with Goil Super XP, compatible with most vehicles. Goil Super XP will feel ya, huh? Will be feel. Goil, good energy. Yeah, yeah.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is, you still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water, or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Welcome to today's edition of Serene Insurance Business News. We present to you Serena.
You're right. You can complete an entire insurance process for the purchase of any motor and other insurance products, from onboarding to issuing a motor insurance sticker and policy certificate, all on WhatsApp in less than 10 minutes. Serena is simple to use and it prioritizes user ease and flexibility. You can either use voice notes or text to effortlessly issue your instant policy, cross-platform renewals, claims, and also process your payments through mobile money, Visa, and MasterCard. To engage Serena, just search for Serena Insurance on all social media handles and scan the Serena barcode or save her number 0500 517 114 and start chatting her on WhatsApp immediately.
There you have it. Serena is not just a tool. It's an innovation by Serene Insurance designed to redefine how motor and travel insurance are accessed and managed. Speed, convenience, and reliability.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
At Phoenix Insurance, we make the unpredictable predictable and the uncertain certain. With our range of products, including motor insurance, fire insurance, engineering insurance, marine insurance, accident insurances, and all types of bonds, we have you covered. We also support you with risk management advice to enable you stay focused on your business. Take a policy with Phoenix Insurance today. We help you rise from adversity stronger and more secure. Contact us on 0302 246319 or 0302 246644 or any of our branches, agencies, and brokers spread across the nation. You can as well connect with us on our WhatsApp chatbot. Efiba is waiting to assist you. Make the future predictable with Phoenix Insurance. Phoenix Insurance, a delightful service experience delivered with wisdom.
Scam alert. It has come to the attention of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority that certain unscrupulous individuals are fraudulently using the name of the authority to deceive and defraud members of the public. These individuals have circulated a post on social media falsely claiming that GPHA is currently conducting a recruitment exercise and urging the public to engage with them. We wish to state emphatically that GPHA is not conducting any recruitment exercise at this time, and the authority has not authorized any individuals or entities to advertise or facilitate such activities on its behalf. We urge the general public to disregard these fraudulent messages and to verify any official communication directly through our authorized channels. GPHA remains committed to transparency and will always communicate legitimate opportunities through its official website and recognized media platforms. Implementation of axle load regulation by Burkina Faso. The attention of all stakeholders, particularly those engaged in the transit trade, is drawn to the decision by the government of Burkina Faso through the Burkina Faso Road Safety Authority to commence the implementation of UEMOA Regulation No. 14/2005 CM-UEMOA effective September 1, 2025. This regulation seeks to harmonize standards and procedures for controlling the gross weight, axle load, and dimensions of heavy goods vehicles across UEMOA member states. Transitional measures. Effective September 1, 2025, all non-compliant trucks, domestic and foreign, will be denied access to Burkina Faso's road network. All stakeholders are strongly advised to take note of this directive and comply accordingly. This enforcement will also apply to transit vehicles using Ghanaian ports en route to Burkina Faso in order to prevent delays or denial of entry at the border.
Welcome back from the break. Now, news and activities happening within the port and maritime industry next.
The board chairman of the Ghana Revenue Authority, George Hagan, has pledged to work closely with the Customs Division to achieve its revenue targets for the year 2025. Honorable Ricketts Hagan, who is also the Deputy Majority Leader and Member of Parliament for Cape Coast South, gave the assurance when he led the GRA board to pay a familiarization visit to the Tema collection. The visit was geared towards identifying revenue loopholes and resolving the infrastructural challenges, as well as putting measures in place to enhance and upgrade the systems, as well as improve working conditions of personnel. He expressed optimism that with the right reset of mind from officers of the Tema collection, the needed revenue would be achieved for the development of the country.
It is a priority number one for the board, and I know that very soon things will be finalized at the board level. And we are going to be committed to make sure that, I wouldn't say when we next come here, I wish it would be when we next come here, that this place will be done. You will have a new complex to house all the operations that are currently housed here.
In her speech, the Tema Sector Commander of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Theresa Potake, revealed that revenue collected starting from January to August 2025 stands at 27 billion Ghana cedis, which represents 48% of the annual target. She expressed optimism that the division would collectively achieve its 2025 revenue target.
As of today, our revenue collected for the period January to August 2025 stands at 27 billion, which represents 48% of our annual target. This achievement is the result of the collective efforts of our dedicated team, and we are confident that we will meet our target for the year.
Members of the Ghana chapter of the Network of Professional Women in Maritime and Port Sectors, West and Central Africa, have undergone training in the art of public speaking to boost their communication skills and confidence in the corporate space. The event, held under the theme Poised and Polished, the art of public speaking with ease and confidence, was aimed at equipping members with essential public speaking skills to enhance their professional presence and effectiveness in the workplace. In her address, President of the Network of Professional Women in Maritime and Port Sectors, West and Central Africa, Ghana Chapter, Abenasewo Pokofosu, emphasized the critical role of public speaking in today's corporate world. She noted that strong communication skills are vital for professionals seeking to influence, lead, and engage effectively.
This program, Poised and Polished, the essence or the art of public speaking. We didn't just choose it, but we thought that a lot of us have jobs that are probably not front-facing. But apart from our work, in our churches, some of us are leaders there, in our families, when we go for our family meetings and everything. And even as women, wherever we go, we should be able to stand before people and command the crowd. We will not need to shout. We will not need to have a certain kind of dressing that will take away from what we are saying. But the intonations and how we are able to carry ourselves matter. And that is why we thought we should have this program.
The session featured renowned Ghanaian entrepreneur, media personality, and corporate consultant Jigbodi Kwekudosu as the guest speaker. She shared valuable insights on personal presentation, strategic communication, and the importance of adapting one's approach to suit various professional settings.
I believe that if you can communicate half of the things we want to do in this world, we do it so easily. The readiness is first knowing what you are going to say, having the courage, knowing that you will not say it's the best, like accepting, okay? And then just doing it. So readiness is what your mind tells you. If your mind tells you you can speak, you can speak. So have that readiness mindset. The idea of your hands is what we call trust. Your hands must be seen when you are speaking. When your hands are hiding behind you, even though it's a sign of humility in our culture, it takes away from music. When a police arrests somebody, what's the first thing they say? Hands up. Why? Because it's a sign of trust. So your visible hands is the number one thing that we have to do. Even if you are not using the other one, you can put it on you, or you can hold it as you are gesturing. So it's either we are holding the mic with it, you are using it, you're not putting it behind your back.
The event marked a significant step in empowering women professionals in the maritime and port sectors, reinforcing the importance of communication as a key leadership competency. The Learning and Development Unit of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority-GPHA has launched a pilot practical skills enhancement training (PSET) program for about 150 artisans. The participants have been grouped into 6 batches of 25 each, with the objective of strengthening workforce capacity and equipping artisans with hands-on skills for improved work performance. The launch brought together staff of the Ghana Dock Labour Company, management and staff of the authority. Speaking at the launch, the head of learning and development at GPHA, Chewa Boaten, explained that The initiative focuses on building foundational competencies that can be applied immediately. She noted that the short-term goal is to boost staff confidence, enhance efficiency, and deliver practical on-the-job training.
The PSET program is designed to equip our artisans with the practical skills and knowledge needed to excel in their trades, enhance productivity, and contribute to the overall efficiency of our operations. It is imperative for staff in our engineering department to possess up-to-date practical skills. This PSET aims to bridge any gap in current skill set and align staff capabilities with industry best practices. There is the vision to institutionalize this initiative and replicate in the mechanical and electrical engineering departments.
The Port Civil Engineer, Engineer Daniel Ano, stated that the training section would be highly interactive, featuring group discussions, teamwork exercise, and visual demonstrations to enable staff actively engage with the materials while practicing new skills in real time.
We have also admonished the facilitators to ensure that no one feels intimidated during the section. There is no wrong answer, only opportunities to learn different things. Another interesting feature of this training is the language. Since we are field men, we will limit the wordy or fine-tuned vocabulary as much as possible. The facilitators will speak and encourage the trainees to speak in whatever language they feel comfortable.
The Human Resource Manager at the Port of Tema, Joseph Kupin, explained that the pilot practical skills enhancement training is designed to equip individuals with valuable insights and practical skills directly applicable to their daily responsibilities.
This program will include a series of presentations, hands-on activities, group discussions, and all. This is very great, and so we want it to be as interactive as possible and as practical as possible. So the participants should feel free to ask any questions and share your own thoughts and experiences with your facilitators.
The program highlights GPHA's commitment to continuous professional development and its broader mission to maintain excellence in port operations across Ghana.
Let's take a look at some international port and maritime news.
Dozens of shipping containers took a tumble on Tuesday, September 9, falling over the side of a cargo ship and into southern California waters. The containers, approximately 67 of them, were stacked on the Mississippi, a cargo ship stationed at a pier within the port of Long Beach, when they toppled over around 9 a.m. local time. The container's contents were not immediately clear. According to a news release from the port of Long Beach, a smaller clean air barge connected to the cargo ship was damaged by several fallen containers. There were no reports of injuries in connection with the incident. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, has issued a safety alert calling for increased awareness and improved training for land-based firefighters tasked with responding to fires aboard vessels in U.S. ports. The alert comes after several NTSB investigations found that insufficient preparation has resulted in firefighter deaths and injuries, as well as ineffective firefighting efforts during recent marine casualties. The NTSB recommends that fire departments serving ports develop comprehensive training plans referencing National Fire Protection Association guidance and work in advance with local ports to conduct vessel familiarization tours and coordinated drills. Coordination with the U.S. Coast Guard and learning from the past vessel fires are also advised.
It's now time for the word or phrase of the day segment.
Agreed valuation refers to the value of a shipment agreed upon in order to secure a specific freight shipment.
We have the health and safety tips next.
Promote work-life balance. Encouraging employees to maintain a balance between their professional and personal lives reduces stress and enhances overall well-being.
Now, schedules of vessels in the port, those at anchorage and those expected in the coming week, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rate you may need to know to clear your goods from the port next. That's all for this week's episode of Eye on Port. Thank you for watching and thanks to the entire crew. Join us same time next week.